In the previous part, we saw that Usato and the army forces were ready for the fight and now they reached their destination. Everyone was sleeping and Usato wasn't able to sleep, so he went out. It was the day of battle and he saw Suzune. She was very excited as usual and she started showing him her armor. He had no serious interest in it, but for her sake, he was watching her. She wanted him to be close to her and she started scaring our man. He was frustrated and summoned Kazuki out of his fear, and Kazuki seriously came and stopped her. He took her away and they said goodbye to him and he was relaxed. Now everyone was ready for the fight. Siglis told his heroes, Kazuki and Suzune, to prove themselves in this battle, and they were firmed. Now Kazuki and Suzune were talking, and she was worried, but he told her that they'd be alright and she said she knew that Usato liked her in her present form. Kazuki insisted to know more, but she said if they'd make it then she'd tell him everything, and suddenly they felt it. The Demon King's army, they were coming very fast. Our team started their magic and attacked them, but they disappeared because it was an illusion. The army was coming from the other side. Kazuki and Suzune went to fight, and Rose was talking to her team to rescue any injured they'd find. Orga and Yoruru along with Ark were told their duties and Rose told them to run away if anything worse happened. Usato was going with her and suddenly the injured soldiers started coming. Usato was shocked to see them but started healing, and the soldier told him that she got bitten by a big snake, and Usato remembered that he also had faced one. On the other side, the big snake was shaking soldiers away and the Black Knight was relaxed because he had nothing to do. A soldier tried to attack and thought he had killed him but got a bloody attack instead. He was about to kill the soldier, but our rescue team saved him. Black Knight remembered that Amelia had told him about some troubles. He went to the other side to see what was happening and the injured soldiers were increasing in number. Rose decided to enter the fight and Usato was excited too. She told them that they were leaving, and they were running. She told him that she came to know about a black armored man, and he had to be aware of him, and Usato remembered the Hell's View and stopped. She asked if he could kill anyone, but our innocent man said no. So she told him that no matter what, to save himself he had to kill his enemy, and he got it. They separated their ways and Usato was shocked to see the battlefield filled with injured soldiers. He started collecting the injured and healing them. Rose was also doing the same and Suzune was also doing a great job. Kazuki and Suzune decided to make a path towards their base, and suddenly the Black Knight came. He was laughing at them, and 3 soldiers tried to attack him, but the Black Knight was very powerful and killed them in one move. Suzune and Kazuki were shocked. Kazuki tried to attack and Suzune stopped him because she had figured out that the magical power of the Black Knight was to reflect any attack. Black Knight was also surprised to see our clever girl. Kazuki was also alright and Usato was frustrated because of his thoughts. He had been saved from attacks and a soldier also protected him. Usato asked about heroes and ran to them to heal them. Kazuki and Suzune were doing great, and they made a plan to attack. She noticed that all the attacks were reflected but the attack on the back wasn't reflected. Now they again decided to attack, and our brave girl ran like a flash and attacked him from the back. She thought that it was the end and Kazuki also attacked, but suddenly the Black Knight reflected the attacks, and our heroes were injured. Kazuki was almost dead. Suzune was shocked and the Black Kite told her that he purposely didn't reflect the attack on the back, and no one had injured him till now and no one would ever injure him. Usato was running towards them. Back in the school, Kazuki and Suzune were walking, and Kazuki was respectful towards her because all the teachers were inspired by her discipline. She came downstairs and saw Usato. It was raining, and he wanted to go home. She was happy that they met on that day and went to this world. She was excited to renew her life, and she was happy because Kazuki and Usato were with her. For her ending, she had no remorse and she fell. Everyone was shocked to see their deaths. The Black Knight was about to finish her, and she was scared, but suddenly our future changer came and punched him. He was shocked that he didn't make it in time, but wait, he made it and started healing his friends. They started making it back to life and the Black Knight really got the hit. She was angry and tried to attack, but Usato took them and started running. He was fast and healed Suzune. Kazuki was also about to wake up when the night came. She tried to attack but Usato saved them. Suzune told him that his punch worked and asked what it was. The knight was also surprised about the punch, but she wanted to kill him at any cost. Usato also got angry and stood up to attack. He was powerful because he was our hero. The knight was stressed because of him, and he was giving him a tough time. Kazuki woke up and he was shocked that he was alive. Somehow the knight attacks were not reflected when it came to Usato, and they were surprised. They realized that only the healing magic could injure the Black Knight, and it was working. Somehow this was the wrong way to use healing magic, but it was fine. The Black Knight got anxious and Usato was also very frustrated, and they both ran to each other. It was a historical move, and his punch was a thriller. Usato got the power and punched her. Rose was stopped for a second and the knight's armor was finished, and he did it. The battle was also finished and Usato healed everyone. They were thankful towards him because he had saved them. Suzune asked about his punch, and he told her that Rose taught him about that punch. Suzune lost her excitement, and a soldier informed her about the snake. and they decided to fight with it next. But Rose stopped Usato and asked what happened. He told her everything and she was also pleased with his powers and asked to return to the camps, and he informed his friends. They were thankful to Usato and he told them that they were heroes and they had to protect everyone. He started running and Amelia was informed about the abduction of the Black Knight. She was anxious and got mad when came to know that it was Usato. She asked Hiruluk to call Balajinek back because it was pointless to fight further, and when Hiruluk tried to summon his snake he saw our heroes who wanted to finish it so they could go home. Healing was also going well and Usato was enjoying it. They suddenly saw the flash of finishing the snake, and our heroes were also happy. Because they had finished the snake, Usato also had done with his job and Rose told him that they won this battle. He asked to chase but she said they had very little resources now, so they had to get prepared for the second battle and she went to heal the injured. She complimented him and he said she could have saved them on her own, but she said they might have died if it was her. She said that without him they might have failed, and he was the only reason for their success. She thanked him because he had completed the job as the rescue team member. He remembered his journey till now and how he made it and started crying. He told her that he was very thankful towards her and she said she had heard those words from someone else and remembered her old team. But Usato was present, and she thanked him to make it alive and he was weak so fell unconscious. Subscribe to our channel for the latest updates.